This is the insides of an old Philips cassette deck, made in August 1972. You may just be able to see down there. 0808 1972 it says. Now, this arrived here as a bit of a sorry specimen. It was full of rotten belts. It's an N2405 with a built-in amplifier. But in 1972 they were still making the same tape mechanism, really, that you got in the old EL3300 and so on. Instead of the single push button that does this to control everything, they've modified it so that it's got easier to use piano key controls. But you can see when you press play, it moves down. When you press fast forward, it moves to the right, and then rewind to the left, just like it was before. Pretty bomb-proof old mechanism, these. I've put a new playhead in this one because it was pretty shot at. Very important, don't accidentally ground this neutral wire from it onto the metal frame, because if you do, you'll get an irritating whining buzzing noise through the right hand speaker, which will think, you'll make you think, where the hell's that coming from? Another problem with this was the capacitors were shot on the power supply side, so I've changed those for new ones. There's still a bit of a hum, probably because I haven't got an exact replacement for these at the moment. I've changed a couple of dinky little ones down there, but the thing that was stopping any sound coming through the right hand channel was our old friend the germanium transistor. Now, these things, there is a peculiar thing that happens inside those. You eventually get tiny electrically conductive hairs across the connections inside them. It's a sort of electrolytic action, I'd imagine, and whether it's a fault during manufacture that meant they weren't sealed up properly or what, I really couldn't tell you. But what I do is to short out the transistor at the end, and it doesn't work. If it's in the early stages, sometimes you can tap them gently with a screwdriver and tap the casing, and it will sometimes splutter back into life, or it might suddenly crackle and you'll hear a burst and then nothing. But even if you can get it to splutter back into life, it's only a temporary fix, because sooner or later those hairs will all come back again and short circuit the thing. So the only real cure is a new pair of transistors. Now, on these little amplifiers, they use PNP and NPN transistors in pairs, a push-pull arrangement, and they're AC 187 and 188 transistors. Now, you might think, having found that the AC 187 was duff, that I could just slip another one in. It's not quite as easy as that either, because they have to be a matched pair, so they synchronise properly, or you end up with a horrible distorted sound. So a matched pair it had to be, but thankfully they're not hideously expensive, and I did find out where to get hold of some quite easily. So with that, having got the thing to amplify again,
Wish I was to that boy.
And so there you are. All the rotten belts have been done away with and replaced, everything cleaned up, lubricated. So I think we can say that this is nearly done. One thing I do need to do though is to bolt these transistors down, and the AC 187 and 188. You can see they're screwed very firmly to the metal frame of the set there, and that provides the heat sink. So it will need that doing. The leads on the replacements aren't quite long enough, so what I'm going to have to do is drill a little hole just a bit that way of the original mounting hole, and they've drilled and tapped it, but I haven't got any taps, well, only in the bathroom and above the kitchen sink. So I'm going to end up drilling a hole and using a little nut and bolt to secure them down, but the job will be done either way. Anyway, bye for now.